It's Champions Day coming up at Shartin this weekend. The 3 Group 1s on Sunday. As a warm-up for that, we're at Happy Valley on Wednesday night for a very competitive 9-race programme as well. A very warm welcome to Racing to Win. As you'll notice, we've dispensed with the marks, which is great news. As a result, the trade-off of that is we're sitting in 3 different locations this afternoon. So good to have you on board. Sitting right next door in Studio 2 is Mark McNamara, and it's a good card to look forward to at Happy Valley, Mark.
It is, Andrew. Hello to you and everybody. And a Class 3 over the 2,200 metres for the first time in a couple of months. Pits Above against London Hall once again. Last time they met, London Hall beat Above. And Above has gone on to bolt in by over 6 lengths since then. As the jockeys, they also take centre stage. No Joe Moreira, he's out suspended. So Zach gets his chance to move to the top of the ladder if he can have a good night in the saddle. Chad Schofield's in amazing form. And the Frenchman, Antoine Hamlin, he looks to keep a 100% strike rate as a winner every meeting since he's been back in Hong Kong.
He's absolutely flying, isn't he, with the winner's double on debut at Shartin, Happy Valley, and the winner on the dirt on the weekend as well. Paul, we've got a couple of decent jackpots to look forward to as well on Wednesday night, and you're upstairs on the office floor here at Shartin.
Yeah, I didn't have to go far at all. It's been pretty good, actually. And look, there's 2 really good jackpots here. 1.7 million in the triple trio, so that's a decent one. But the big one is 8.5 million that goes into the 6-up win bonus. So expecting it to get up to 15 million. So a really good one there if you haven't had a crack at the 6-up win bonus before. It's a real even card. I think the shortest price favourite of the night probably Dancing Fighter in the penultimate race. And there is one first starter coming up, and he comes up in the last. He's called One Ball.
All right, we'll get to him in due course. Plenty to get through with the 9 races on the programme. Mark touched on the fact there's no Joe Moreira. That will certainly make its mark. We'll see who's picked up all of his spare rides as well. First up, though, let's look back on the weekend action at Shartin in our racing review. Now, it was a mixed card, 5 on the all-weather and 5 on the turf, saving the turf, of course, for Champions Day. And race number 9 was a Class 2 of the 1,200 metres, and winner Supreme will reign supreme. You can see Dylan Moore absolutely swinging off him halfway down the straight, broke the track record.
He's had a good week as Dylan, culminating with the win of Winners Supreme. He rode a winner at Happy Valley last Wednesday night. This horse backed off the map. He won a trial by 7 lengths prior to a turf appearance, and Paulie got back to the all-weather, backed heavily, got out and ran, and that sizzling time of 107.27.
Yeah, he's a real speedy horse, and they left him alone. And look, he just kept going, didn't he? It was a very fast time, and no other horse got a look in. So we know he can do this, and he did it on the day, and it was a really strong win. And good to see Dylan Moore as well. Since he's been back, he's ridden a couple of winners. He had
a winner last week, didn't he? At Happy Valley at decent odds. Will Power's making up good ground. He was favourite for that race, up in class for the first time. It was a super effort, though, from Winners Supreme, just left alone and really rolling along. There's plenty of other big winners on the card as well. Zach Purton won the last race on Mighty Giant as far as the ratings were concerned coming out of the meeting. Mighty Giant got 9 points for that win. Winners Supreme with 10. It was a good afternoon for Joe Moreira and Chad Schofield with 3 winners.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Mighty Giant's going to Class 1. He just looks a really nice horse. And he ended up, he had to be pushed in the early part of the straight, but he just won on his ear. So really good win from him. I thought Foodie Princess won well, and Super Powerman just hung on there, didn't he, on another all-weather race.
He was good, Super Powerman, wasn't he? Because they'd gone very fast and he'd set up the pace. Elite Boy was just a little tardy out of the gates, and Super Powerman was ridden hard to get across, and he's now won 2 from 3. Actually asked Zach this morning at track work about Mighty Giant doing that little skipping thing in the yard. He said it was no concern. He was just feeling full of himself and went out and ran accordingly.
He certainly did. We'll go up in class as a result. We'll see that race in a moment or so with the horses to follow. So we'll have a look at next after the big winners on the weekend. We'll see if we can find you some more. So, Paul, you're up first. I'm sure there'll be plenty of winners come out of Shartin on the weekend programme, but you're looking back to Happy Valley on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I think there's a winner waiting to happen, and all you know. Now, this is over 1,200 metres. His wins have been over 1,650. And just look at the way he hit the line. He hit the line really nicely. So once he does step up to 1,650, and particularly at Happy Valley, because that's where he does his best work, I think he's going to be really tough to beat. And look, the best part of this race was this last 50 metres, and he hit the line just there. Look, you could see him hit the line strongly for 4th.
All right, that is all you know then for Paul. Mark, you did find on the weekend. He was well backed as well.
He was. You won't be getting the $33 that he started on Sunday. Andrew London, Lucky Star. He should have won this race. Nothing went his way. He got a pretty nasty bump out of the barriers. This was his second start for David Ferraris. He'd cleared some traffic by the time that replay just picked up at the top of the straight, but he was badly held up by one stopping in front of him. He gets out late. You can see the amount of ground that he does take off Foodie Princess. It was a brilliant ride by Joe. He was often gone on Foodie Princess by the time London Lucky Star got out. Yeah, you won't be getting anything like the money that he started last Sunday, but you should be getting a winner next time he lines up.
All right, we'll look out for him then in London Lucky Star. I found one on the weekend as well, and this is the Mighty Giant race, so enjoy this because Mighty Giant is definitely going places. But back on the rail there, Kung Fu Master Panda. Now, he went round at over 300 to 1. He did absolutely nothing in his first preparation last year. He was a multiple winner, though, in the UK before he arrived. Maths Prize, actually, UK, he spent some time in Ireland as well. Maths Prize was his name there. And he started off life racing in the Royal colours as well. So it's taken him a season to acclimatise. He might be flattered somewhat by having the inside draw and just stealing all the advantage there. But I could see, hopefully, he might improve off that and probably looking for further as well. That was 1,400 metres. He's braced up to 2,000 as well. So Kung Fu Master Panda for me. Now, as far as the stewards report is concerned, out of the meeting, it's Joe Murray on the winner that he rode, in actual fact, picked up one-day careless riding, and with the new rules in force, the $60,000 fine to go along with that. So that was the only suspension of fine out of the weekend there for Joe. We launch towards the Wednesday night's programme then at Happy Valley. It is meeting number... What are we up to now? 64. Lightning Steed won't be going around. We have a big chance as well, replaced by Regency Gem, who might replace him as far as where he might have landed in the speed map as well. But Lightning Steed, unfortunately, not running on Wednesday night. C+3 course for our 9 races. We kick things off with the Class 5. We've got 3 Class 3s come up as race 3, 8 and 9. The opening contest, though, Class 5 over the 1,200 metres, headed by E-Generation. Blinkers off as he's into Class 5 for the first time. UW Brother blinkers off as well. Barrier 11 for him. He likes to roll forward. Kwai Chung Elite, third last time out over the 1,400 metres at Sha Tin, behind Soccer Master. Great Sun switches the blinkers for the visor on for the first time, gets the inside gate for him. Fox Chunga, course and distance winner in February, and down to Fortune Way, who's off the all-weather, still a maiden after 15 starts. He's got barrier number 7. E-Generation and Fire and Gold are the 2 horses that have been up at Chung Fa in the last 30 days, Mark, as we have a look at the speed map.
Good to slow is the anticipated pace, Andrew, for the first race, and the likely leader is drawn wide with UW Brother out in 11. Great Sun should be able to capitalise on the gift of the inside gate and hold the position on the heels of UW Brother, with Aurora Steed parking to his outside. E-Generation, the other speed horse in the race, having his second start for the Casper Found stable, and there doesn't appear to be a way in from the gate for Yi Chong Lucky Paul.
No, exactly, and Aurora Steed goes nicely in his track work. He's coming back off a run off the all-weather. Prior to that, he did run second at Happy Valley, and he goes really nicely. He's got barrier 3 and an informed Chad Schofield aboard. Kwai Chung Elite, this is Zach Purdon's mount. He's quite well rated now. He's run second off a rating of 40. He's down to 33, and you can see he looks good. He's ready to go, and he's stretched out nicely, I thought, in this particular piece. And the last one we're going to have a look at here is Fire and Gold. Now he's a horse that's going nicely enough here as well. Fire and Gold, and he's a winner 3 starts ago. So nice piece from him down the back straight there, I thought.
All right, we'll have a look at a couple of races and a trial as well coming into this opening contest. Zach Purton rides the first 2 races for Richard Gibson. They team up here with Kwai Chung Elite, who was third to Soccer Master last time out. He's still a maiden after 14 starts.
Yeah, and he comes back to 1,200 metres. This is a 1,400 metre race we're having a look at here now. As I said, he's run second off a rating of 40 before. He's got a little bit of an awkward draw, barrier 8, so he'll get back, but he should run on nicely enough. His season to date hasn't gone too badly. He's been, that's second and 3/3 from his 8 starts. So he has been consistent without winning.
That's Hurricane Hunter too, finishing into 4th in that replay. He's gone on to place again last Sunday, so the form out of that race still pretty good.
All right, Fox Chunga next, along with the Great Sun and Aurora Steed, Paul. This is on the all-weather, but Fox Chunga has won here at Happy Valley in the past.
He has, and so this is his right course. Look, I think Great Sun's going to get his opportunities. Drawn barrier 1, the blinkers will come off him, and he has won off a higher rating here at Happy Valley before. So he's the one I'm going to take out of that, along with Aurora Steed. I think him coming back as well. So I'm taking them both out, Mark.
Yeah, and Fox Chunga too, Paul, as he starts to finish on the outside at a third spot. He's drawn wide again. He's out in barrier number 9 this week. Matthew Chadwick aboard. There's no doubt he's racing really well.
All right, at the trials for this one, Mark, and it's Yi Chong Lucky. Now, he's another maiden, 15 starts without winning so far. Victor Wong takes £5 off from barrier 12.
Only had the 2 starts for Tony Millard so far. He's still a good 4 or 5 lengths off them here in this trial, but the further they go, the more ground he takes off them. That's where the South on the inside in the blue and red colours, who lines up later in the program. But his last 40 or 50 metres here, Paul, it looked to be the best.
Yeah, he hit the line nicely, only 1,800 metres, he's up to 1,200. The query I had with him was just a wide draw. He's drawn barrier 12 with the apprentice on.
All right, wide draw. It's a wide market for this opening one as well, Paul. At this stage, Aurora Steed, our favourite, and Chad Schofield picking up a number of rides for John Sayers on the night.
Yeah, he's got a really good book of rides. So I'm going to go with the 8 here on top, which is Great Sun. I think he's a well-rated horse. He's going nicely enough at the moment. Blinkers off, eyes are on, and he's drawn 1. So he's on top to beat quite Chong Elite. He's quite well rated on the place line. Aurora Steed's going nicely. And Show Mission, another really well rated horse that does pop up occasionally here in Class 5. 2, 6 and 8 is the play in the QQP.
For me, Kwai Chung Elite out of the Richard Gibson stable. Zach Purton to take the ride. Ran third as we saw in that replay behind Soccer Master. That was 1,400 metres too. He comes back to the 1,200 metres of Happy Valley. His last start here, it was 4 starts ago when third behind I'm the Conquest. And it was over the 1,200 metres, so number 6, Kwai Chung Elite. Fox Chunga just keeps racing well. Third on the all-weather behind General Trump running on. Ran third behind Multimax 2 starts ago. It was quite a good form race because Prawn Ye went around in that. 11 to run third, which is Show Mission. Does meet Fox Chunga, but off at the weights to Show Mission. Ran 7th behind Farm Bumper, who was a live chance later in the program, and number 2, Aurora Steed. 6, 9, 11 and 2 in race 1.
Right, there you go. We've all got the 2 and 6 in the numbers. 2 and 8 is my cue, though, in an open-looking first there at Happy Valley.